Hi, everybody. Youth Advisor Jana here, back with day 7 of our 10 days of meaningful activities. So, today we're just going to jump right in. I don't really have an intro. Today we're going to talk about time capsules and how this can be a really fun activity that also can be self care. So, we all have an idea of what a time capsule is, I'm sure. It's really simple. It's, getting a box or a bin or whatever. You can even order if your parents are okay with it, you can order time capsules off Amazon. It doesn't have to be this grand actual time capsule, sorry. You can create it out of anything. So the idea of a time capsule, or at least the idea I want to spin for the time capsule, is really describing your year. So 2020 so far has been a crazy roller coaster of a year. And I think a time capsule would be really nice to not only encapture the bad that's maybe happened, if you consider it bad, but also the good. So it's just about finding things, objects, or write ups, or whatever you want to do to put into this time capsule that would describe your year. And remember, I want it to be good and bad. I don't want your time capsules to just be everything that's happened that's negative in 2020, because there's got to be some positives. There's positives regardless. So I need you to find those too. But why I like this idea is because it does give you the chance to reflect on the year. You then put it in this box and you are going to bury it somewhere. Or keep it. You don't have to bury it, I guess. Keep it somewhere, and you don't open it for a couple years. So what I love about it is it's a way to one, reflect. It's something that you'll have to look back on and laugh about eventually. If you say, let's say in 5 years you're like, I'm going to open my time capsule. It's going to be really great to look back on 2020 and the good and the bad of what you thought that year was. It's also a really good way for self-care to, I guess, in a way, declutter and get rid of the bad. So why I like time capsules is because of that almost invisible letting go in a way. So I want you to find things that represent 2020. Did you graduate this year? Did you, did you have a birthday in quarantine? I don't know, did you meet your boyfriend? Whatever it may be. I want you to put things in a box that represent these things. And I do want you to put things in the box that represent what's kind of happened in this year so far, whether that's COVID or Black Lives Matter or whatever it may be. You can put it all in there. You can put none of it in there. But I do want you to, put things that represent this year. And I know a lot of that's going to revolve around COVID-19 and pandemic living, but I don't want you to get stuck on that. Now, when you are ready to seal this, I want you to remember that sealing it represents the idea of putting that behind you. So, if you put everything in your time capsule, whether that's COVID-19 or whether you graduated or whatever big things happened to you this year, however you want to remember this year, if you put this in that time capsule, when you're ready to seal it, I don't want you to seal it right away because the year's not over, but start your time capsule. But when you are ready to seal it, I want you to really, really think, are you prepared to let go of everything that happened this year? Because that's what that represents. That sealing of that time capsule or that burying of that time capsule or however it is that you decide to keep this is going to represent you letting go of this year and starting a fresh new year. Now, do you have to wait until the end of the year to do this? No, you can seal them whenever. You can make your time capsule for just the last 6 months. You can continue to add until this year's over. It doesn't really matter. It's just for you to put however you felt or feel about this year and how it would be represented to you in a box seal it up, and let go of it. Um, the reason I picked this is I think we're all going to come to a moment where we're really over 2020. And some of us are already there. A lot of us are already there. And it is a really good way to pay, homage to 2020 because it happened. There's nothing we can do about it. But it's also a way for us to go, you know what? This is what it was. This is how I feel, but I don't need to stay in this feeling. I'm going to take all of this stuff and I'm going to put it in my box or in my capsule and I'm going to seal it and I'm letting it go and I'm starting afresh. I'm not letting these things hold me back, especially if they're negative. Now, for the positive things you put in there, you're also going to in a way let those go, but those are for those reflective moments. So when I do come and open this time capsule, I'm going to remember 2020 was this crazy time with pandemics and riots and all of this stuff going on that kind of didn't make sense, and it was really scary and uncertain, and it was kind of all over the place, and it was this huge roller coaster, but I still found positives in it, and this was it. So that's our activity for today is make your time capsule. I know I didn't go into a lot of detail about what that looks like. I'll have a write up that'll go into more detail. And I think it's again because I want these activities to be you. And sometimes if I give too much of a description of an activity, then what ends up happening is you guys do it the way I'm saying. That's not how I want it. How I make something is going to be very different than how you make something. I can give you guys a write up and give you some ideas and tips on how to, go about it or start it or how I would do it. But again, that is not the step by step guide to this. So please make it your own. Again, I will have my information down here. Please reach out. We want to hear from you. It doesn't have to be about your time capsule. It can just, be to say, hi, I'm doing good. It could be about your time capsule. Please email me, call me. What would I put? I love talking about this stuff. As you can tell, I make videos and I loved hearing from you guys. Leave a comment, whatever it may be. I look forward to hearing from you and I really hope I do hear from you guys just for anything. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be related to these videos. Just reach out if you need anything. I, again, hope you guys are staying as safe as possible with relaunch and everything opening. Given the fact that we still are in a pandemic. And I hope you guys are following restrictions. Again, my information's there if you guys want to talk about anything like that, because it is still going on and tensions are still very high. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a great summer nonetheless, and are finding things to occupy yourself and still feel like you can make memories this summer. So thank you for sticking with me this long. We're almost done our series, and I will see you guys again soon.